What's up, fantastic ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode in this TCGO series. Today is going to be the first episode of a sub-series called Meta Monday, in which we will look at decks that are popular in the meta, the current meta, or decks that have been popular in the meta in the past. So this will be a variety of decks, and I won't be coming up with the list of these decks. I will be looking up lists online and then adjusting them slightly to my own desire, unlike my other videos in which I always come up with the list myself. But this is because this is Meta Monday, and so these lists, the meta decks have certain lists, and I will stick to them and make some small adjustments. This series is going to be on Monday, that's why it's called Meta Monday. If there's any other series out there that's called Meta Monday, then I'm sorry, I wasn't aware. Honestly, I wasn't aware. I just thought it was a pretty cool name for the series, since I'm planning to do it on Monday. So anyways, the first deck is going to be a Entei deck. Entei, the ancient trade one with the heat tackle. Flip a coin. If tails, this Pokemon does 30 damage to itself, does 130 as the base. It also got Flame Scream, does 30 as the base damage. During your opponent's next turn, any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 30, which is very nice. And it's got the double Delta trait. This Pokemon may have up to 2 Pokemon tool cards attached to it. This deck saw a lot of play in the cities in the USA not too long ago, a month or so ago I think it was. And yeah, it did pretty well, like a tier 2, tier 3 deck. That's why we are taking a look at it, because it was popular in the meta. Maybe it still is. It's definitely a very fun deck to play as well. We play 4 copies of the Entei here. This will be the main and the only attacker. There are also other variations out there that play Charizard EX, but seeing as though a new expansion came out, Breakpoint, since cities, I did not see any point in playing Charizard, because we have Fighting Fury Belt here, Fighting Fury Belt, which gives our basic Pokemon plus 40 hit points, and it allows its attacks to do 10 more damage to the opponent's active Pokemon. This means that if we attach 2 of these Fighting Fury Belts to the Entei, our Entei has 210 hit points, which is more than the Charizard EX, so there's definitely no need, or in my opinion, I don't see any need to play the Charizard EX, which gives away 2 prizes instead of the Entei only giving away 1 prize. So imagine that 2 Fighting Fury Belts on this Entei, giving it 210 HP, which is basically making it like a mega Entei. That's right, it basically makes it like a mega Entei, which is really awesome. And then we are playing 3 Shaymins, and besides the Enteis, these Shaymins will not be used for attacking if we can avoid it, but they will be used for setup. And this deck heavily relies on Shaymins to set up, because the goal of this deck is to discard fire energies into the discard pile, then use the Blacksmith to blacksmith them onto the Entei, which means we will have 2 fire energies attached, and all we then have to do is attach a DCE from our hand to the Entei, and just like that we have powered up Entei in 1 turn. That's going to be the goal of this deck, is powering up this Entei as soon as possible in as little turns as possible, and preferably in 1 turn. For that, we run the following cards. We run 2 Acrobikes, which allows us to discard fire energies if one of the top 2 cards of our deck is a fire energy. It also allows us to draw into our deck. We run 3 Battle Compressors for battle compressing fire energies, as well as the Blacksmiths, which we can get back with VS Seekers and some other supporters that we will come across later. Professor's Letter for getting some energies in our hand. Revive 2 of those, because we only run 4 Entei. With the revives we can get back some Entei from our discard pile onto our bench. 1 switch, because this Entei has 2 retreat costs, but mainly the Shaymin here sometimes get Lysander out, and we don't want to waste attachments to the Shaymin to do a Sky Return. So if we can, we want to switch it back onto the bench and start attacking again with our Entei. Then we play 4 Trainer's Mail for drawing into our deck, 4 Ultra Ball for getting the Shaymin out and the Enteis, 4 VS Seekers, 4 Blacksmith, that's right, 4 Blacksmith. And then here are the other supporters, 1 Giovanni Scheme for doing 20 more damage or drawing 5 cards. Most of the time we will be using it for that 20 extra damage. 1 Hex Maniac to shut off our opponent's abilities, because for example if we are facing Wobbuffet, that Wobbuffet will block the setup ability of Shaymin, so we can shut it off with Hex Maniac over here. 2 Lysander, 1 Shauna, and 3 Scorched Earth, which helps us discard our fire energies and helps us to draw as well. And that is about it for the trainer cards and the stadiums. We have 4 Fighting Fury Belt as the tool cards, as well as 4 muscle bands. Now this is pretty interesting because we can combine those in any way we like. We could attach 2 muscle bands to an Entei, which would allow the heat tackle to do 170, or we could attach 1 muscle band and 1 Fighting Fury Belt, which gives this Entei 170 HP and allows the heat tackle to do 160 and a flame screen to do 60. So you can make up some variations here depending on what you are facing. And then finally we play 9 fire energy and 4 DCEs, and that is it for this deck. So the main adjustments I made to this deck are the addition of these Fighting Fury Belts from Breakpoint, and I kind of took away one of the battle compressors here and added in this switch. I found that pretty useful during playtesting. That's kind of what I did. And that is going to be it for the deck analysis. So let's find ourselves an opponent, and don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe to my channel for more deck ideas and deck reviews. Here we go. We are facing J Nicholas 2-3 with a lightning, colorless, water and a darkness deck. We get to call it coin flip. Let's go for heads. Yes, it is heads. We get to go first. Hopefully we can start off with the Entei here. That would be spectacular. Let's see. Yes, we do. We do start off with the Entei. We even get a stadium. Not too much else useful in our hand here. Yeah, not a very great hand to start off with. We will click done. Hopefully you can draw into some draw support. Maybe a... no. We drew into nothing there. Let's go for the stadium, discard this energy here. We do draw into a Fighting Fury Belt, but that's all. Might as well attach this energy. Yeah, well, this is not the greatest of starts. I will go for the Giovanni. And this Giovanni is bugged because, yeah, look at that. We didn't get to choose for the second option, but it did play the second option. So very, very, very bad start. Very disappointing here. We drew nothing whatsoever. Next turn we will attach another fire energy to the Entei, or if we draw into a Blacksmith, we could Blacksmith this energy onto the Entei, then attach a double colorless, and that way we could knock out this Evil Tall here, while the big Evil Tall comes out to play on the bench. We draw into a VS Seeker, but nothing much else. I will discard this energy here, and oh, we do draw into something here now. Excellent, excellent. Let's see if we can pull something off. Let's discard the Lysander as well as the Hex Maniac. And we will go for a Shaymin. Try and speed through our deck here. Shaymin it is. Shaymin for 3 cards. Yes, please. Shaymin any day, all day. But we don't draw into much with the Shaymin here. Might as well go for the Professor's Letter, thin out our deck a little bit more, and I think I will actually opt to go for a Lysander at this point. Lysander out that's the biggest threat on the board, and that is the Evil Tall on my opponent's bench. I think that is the smart play here. Yes, let's go for that. We will go for a Flame Screen, reducing any damage done to the Entei by 30. while we are doing 40 to the evil tall, meaning it is ready to get knocked out by our Entei in the next turn. We see a switch into the baby evil tall, which is going to hit us for nothing because of the effect here. Attacks are reduced by 30. That means that this turn we can knock out the evil tall on the bench there. I think I will do that. I will attach this fire energy to the Entei in the X spot. I will go for a Lysander once more here. And then I will take a look at the acrobike and play the Shaymin down. That seems like a good play. We get a trainer's mail. I will definitely be going for the trainer's mail here. And take a look at that one. Hopefully we can get another Entei. We get a Blacksmith. Well, the Blacksmith is not much use if we don't have an Entei. I will go for a Fighting Fury Belt and put that onto the Entei here. Give it 210 HP, that is right, 210 HP, Entei in the active spot. That is amazing. That's pretty fun. We get another trainer's mail. Can we get an Ultra Ball or something like that? No, we don't. I will discard this Blacksmith and go for the acrobike. Keep digging here, digging any day, all day. We'll play down the acrobike. And I will actually go for the VS Seeker, discard the Entei, and then get the Entei back with the revive over here. That way we have access to multiple outs. And just like that, we are ready, set to go. Heat tackle it is for 150 onto the evil tall. We even flip heads, no damage to ourselves. Excellent. What a great game here. Fantastic. I'm having a lot of fun here. Yeah, we are down to 23 cards. My opponent has 44 cards left in his deck. That is a very slow start for my opponent. What is my opponent going to do? That's the question here. Will he promote the baby evil tall? I suppose so, because he can use the acceleration of the attack and get that darkness energy back from his discard pile. I think my opponent seems a bit has his hands in his hair. He doesn't know what to do because he is facing this marvelous Entei in the active spot with 210 HP and doing 150 to any of his Pokemon, potentially 170 if we get his Giovanni scheme back with the VS Seeker. Yeah, my opponent promotes the Thunderous. He's going to use it as bait for us, but I might actually opt to go for a Lysander for the third time in this game. And Lysander out in the evil tall on the bench if my opponent decides to attach to that evil tall. If not, I think we will just knock out the Thunderous and then deal with the evil tall later. Yes, I think that seems a reasonable play. So, J Nicholas 23, what are you going to do here? J Nicholas 23, show us your attack. He just passes the turn. Okay, that's it. We will go for the Blacksmith here. Oh, and then he passes the turn and then he concedes. Yes, well, might have just as well conceded before then. But anyways, I think that was a pretty good match here, although it was very short. It showed the power of the Entei here, but because it was so short, I think we should find ourselves another opponent. Alright, our opponent is Darkrai the God EX. Amazing username over there, Darkrai the God EX. We are waiting for my opponent to load the game. I saw a whole bunch of different types of Pokemon in my opponent's deck. I think I saw Lightning, Grass, Psychic and Colorless, if that's correct. Might be wrong there, it was too quick for me. Didn't really pay attention to it. Darkrai the God EX is going first, so we will have to try and pull off the Blacksmith in our first turn so that we can attack with the Entei for a heat tackle ASAP. We see Pyro sleeves, pretty nice sleeves. But I don't think my opponent is playing fire Pokemon. We'll click done. And my opponent plays a Jirachi. That means we will have to avoid attaching a DCE to this Entei in the active spot. And this is what we are going to do. This Jirachi has only 60 HP. Meaning we can knock it out with a flame screen without any tools attached to the Entei. We see a Ultra Ball discarding Psychic Energy and Parallel City and a Hoopa EX. I'm thinking this might be a Mewtwo EX deck with Magnezone support or something like that. Maybe Raikou in it. I'm not sure. Hoopa goes for... Oh, it's a Dragon deck. I didn't see the Dragon type in the loading screen. Lots of different Dragon Pokemon. We see Latios and Hydreigon. Oh, and even a Fighting Fury belt onto the Latios, meaning this Latios has 210 HP. That means we will need a 2-hit knockout on the Latios. We can actually get 210 HP as well with the Entei here. So it's pretty amazing. We see a double Dragon Energy to the Latios, meaning it's nearly ready to do a Light Pulse. If my opponent gets another double Dragon Energy onto it. My opponent put down a Shaymin, drew into 3 more cards and passes the turn to us. So now it's time for us to see if we can pull something off here. Let's go for the Acrobike. We get a Blacksmith and a Fighting Fury belt. I will go for the Fighting Fury belt. Yes, let's do that. Discard the Blacksmith. We'll put the Fighting Fury belt onto the Entei here. And then we will use the Ultra Ball, discard this energy as well as the Giovanni Scheme. I think that's pretty good. I will go for a Shaymin. Take the Shaymin out of our deck. And I will go for a... let's see here. We will go for the Blacksmith. Get it back into our hands. And then put down the Shaymin. Draw into 3 more cards. Hopefully we can draw into some more energies and discarding cards. We do. Excellent, excellent. We'll go for another Shaymin here, discarding that fire energy. Here's another Shaymin. And let's see here. I will put this Muscle Band onto the Entei. Then go for the Blacksmith, getting back those 2 fire energies from our discard pile. Power up this Entei in the active spot. We'll put down the Shaymin and go for 5 more cards into our hand. Look at that, amazing. Put down this Entei. Look at the Trainer's Mail. We get another Ultra Ball. Might as well go for this Ultra Ball and discard those 2 energies in our hand here. And go for another Shaymin. Yes, that's right. We'll go for the 3rd Shaymin here. What a blast of a start. We'll attach this Fighting Fury belt to the Entei on the bench, giving it 170 HP. And can we draw into a DCE? We do draw into a DCE as well as a Scorched Earth. So I will attach this DCE to the Entei on the bench. And then I will use the Scorched Earth. Discard that. And we even get a Battle Compressor. We'll go for the Battle Compressor. Battle Compress some cards here. What do we not want to see? Let's see here. Actually, I don't want to see another Battle Compressor for now. Maybe we can discard 1 more energy. Or we'll discard another Stadium and 1 more energy. I think that's pretty good. We will go for the Flame Screen here, reducing added damage to our Entei by 30. Flame Screen for 120 damage, taking the first prize of the game here while we draw into another Battle Compressor. Just like that, we are putting a lot of pressure on my opponent here. My opponent promotes the Latios EX. Again, we will need 2 turns to knock it out. We see another double Dragon Energy come down. That means... Ooh, and even an Enhanced Hammer. I hate Enhanced Hammers. Gosh, I hate them. opponent even goes for teammates. Ah, I hate enhanced hammers so much. What did my opponent get with the teammates? That's the question here. A parallel city. Excellent. We will get rid of some of these Shaymins. Well, my opponent does the same thing. Gonna get rid of his Hoopa. There he goes. We'll get rid of a Shaymin here, if it allows us to do so. Oh no, because my opponent put the parallel city his way. Now, herpaderp. I wasn't. I was confusing myself there. Damage decreased. We get hit for 90. I will actually decide to. Let's see here. I will soften up. If we do 60 to this Latios, then it has 150 left. Yeah, we will go for a battle compressor. No, a blacksmith. Let's go for the blacksmith. Blacksmith onto the Entei on our bench. Yeah, that seems pretty good. And we will keep this DCE in our hand. We will go for a flame screen for 60. And that way, next turn, we are not ready because we don't have a muscle band on this Entei. I will attach the DCE to the Entei in the access spot. Then, in that case, and we will go for a heat tackle here, doing 140 to the Latios. Wait, 140? Why is that? It should be 160, right? I'm not sure why it was 140. Yes, I'm not sure at all why that was 140. Huh, very interesting. If you know why I did only 140. Oh yes, because of the stadium here. Of course. Again, this stadium very confusing. I keep forgetting to pay attention to it. But yeah, 140 with the, because it reduces the attacks by 20. So what we need now is we need so we are doing 130 plus 80. That is just enough to knock out this Latios, because we are doing 130 plus 20 from these Fighting Fury belts, minus 20, that's 130. What we need now is a DCE, but unfortunately we do not top deck a DCE. That is very unfortunate. Oh, we will have to attach to the Entei in the active spots and hope for some top deck here. This Light Center does not help us because my opponent has the High Dragon on the field. We will go for a Flame Screen, putting 30 on the Latios, and we are hoping for that top deck here. That is all we can hope for right now. Well, my opponent decides to attach to the High Dragon on the bench. Goes for a Birch. Birch for 4 cards. Yes, that's pretty good. Gives us a chance. We see a Muscle Band onto the High Dragon. And as well as a Trainer's Mail here. Trainer's Mail for an Ace Trainer. Right now the price trade is equal, so the Ace Trainer does not come in handy for my opponent. I think my opponent expects this Latios to get knocked out at some point. Oh, we joined to a Blacksmith. Let's go for the Blacksmith and get some energies onto this Entei. And we will, let's see, we will use this Battle Compressor. What do we not want to see? I actually want to see most of these cards. Don't really need that Professor's Letter, so we will get rid of that. And then we will go for the Heat Tackle, knocking out the Latios, taking 2 more prizes. Hopefully we can get something decent from these prizes. We do get an Entei as well as a Trainer's Mail, excellent. With this Trainer's Mail, I hope to top deck, I hope to get a Blacksmith, so we can start powering up the Entei on our bench. This Entei should stay alive. Oh, we get hit with the Ace Trainer, meaning we will draw into 3 cards here. Well, we get a revive. We could revive an Entei and get the double colorless onto the Entei. I think that is what we can do here, or we could put the DCE on the Shaymin and go for a Sky Return. Let's see. I'll definitely be attaching these muscle bands, as well as your opponent's can't play any tool special energy, so we have to watch out for this Chaos Wheel here. I am in doubt here. I think I'll go for a Sky Return and discard these energies by retreating into the Shaymin. We'll go for a Sky Return so that we can draw into some more cards next turn. And we will promote this Entei actually. I am thinking we can draw into a Blacksmith and power up this Entei in one go. And knock out this Hydreigon in the active spot. Or the Giratina. But yet again, if we get hit by Chaos Wheel, we can't attach this special energy, so we definitely have to watch out for that. My opponent draws into 7 cards, so it's very likely we will get hit by Chaos Wheel, which would be pretty annoying. Does my opponent have the double dragon energy here? That's the question. That's the question of $1 million, $1 million, €1 million, whatever currency you fancy. We'll see a Super Rod going to get back a Latios, Shaymin, and a Psychic Energy into my opponent's deck. It still has 27 cards in it. We have 18 cards in our deck. I don't think my opponent drew into the double dragon energy. Maybe 2 of his double dragon energies are prized. That could be the case here. That would be really unfortunate for my opponent. And my opponent passes the turn. Excellent. So here we go. We have to pull off this Blacksmith here now. And then we can safely say we will be taking the game here. And here we go, we have the Blacksmith. We even get another Entei. Oh, great. This is great stuff. This is why we do it. We'll might as well counter the stadium here. We'll go for a Heat Tackle. Knocking out this Hydreigon for 170. That is more than enough. Taking 2 more prizes. Bring ourselves down to 1 prize. What is my opponent going to do against that? We have 2 Enteis basically ready to go. Could put another one down, but I don't want it to get Lysander out. This Giratina has 170 HP, so it is going to go down if it stays in the active spot. Because this Entei has got 2 muscle bands on it, and my opponent does not have the stadium in play. We might as well, or if my opponent counters the stadium, we could get it back with the Trainer's Mail. However, we get Ace Trainer once again, and my opponent concedes the match. Yes, excellent game here. Really excellent game there. We had a bit of trouble there at the start, in the midst of the game, but we pulled through. We pulled it off against the Giratina Latios combination deck. Let's take a quick look at the stats. Entei MVP, biggest attack 170. Wow, yeah, definitely a lot of fun. I think I will go for one last match here. The last match of the day, with Entei is going to be against Snow Blue Cat with a Dragon deck. Dragon deck once more, well, another Dragon deck rather. Because we just played against the Dragon deck, and we see a Charizard coin. That means Slow Blue Cat is calling the coin flip here. Can we go first? Yes, we can go first. Excellent. That gives us a little bit more time to set up our Enteis. Yeah. Ooh. Wow, that's a really good hand. Yeah, that's a fantastic hand here. We will be able to pull off the Blacksmith, no problem. We'll put down the Entei. Start off with the Entei in the active spot. This is going to be a very great game, I can already tell. Yes, I would... Oh, we top deck a VS Seeker. That's interesting. Let's see. First of all, let's go for the Battle Compressor. And Battle Compress some energies into our discard pile. Let's take a look at our deck as well. We will... What will we do here? We have one DCE there. Do we only have one DCE? We see one DCE there. Oh, no, I don't want to get rid of the Shaymin. I want to get rid of the Lysander. 2 DCE, 3 DCE. We have got 3 DCE in our deck. Let's discard these 2 energies. And then we will go for the Ultra Ball, discarding this energy as well as the Blacksmith. And go for a Shaymin. We will also attach this Fighting Fury belt to the Entei, attach the double colorless energy, and then use the Blacksmith so that we can draw into 6 more cards with the Shaymin. Yes, fantastic start. I think couldn't really have hoped for a better hand than a hand that we started with here. Wow, yeah. Wow, yes, I'm having a lot of fun. Gosh, let's go for the Scorched Earth and give this Entei in the active spot 210 hit points. Why not? Why the heck not? Might as well go for another Shaymin. Drawing to 4 more cards. And I think we shall call it a day here. That seems pretty good. I am happy with that. Could have gone for a Trainer's Mail or another Shaymin even with the Ultra Ball, but I think that was enough for now. We see a rainbow energy attached to my opponent's Bagon. My opponent definitely needs some more basics here, or he's going to go down, and he gets another basic, the Druddigon. Does he have anything else though? That's the question here. And no, my opponent concedes the match. Oh, that's too bad. We had such a splendid start here. But yes, I can definitely understand why my opponent would concede the match, because we were in threatening mode. We had the game in our hands here. Alas, I can't accept this as a last game. We need something more lasting than this for the last game, so we'll look for one more game. Right, the last game of the day for sure now, against Starkfire with a grass and a colorless deck. I love to see that grass, those grass Pokemon, because they are most likely fire weak, which is very good for us. We get to go first. I will definitely go first. Click yes, meaning it is our turn. Can we get a good hand like the last match? Unfortunately not. We'll have to redraw. We didn't get an Entei, and the hand wasn't that great either. Let's see, we start off with the Shaymin and a very bad hand. My goodness. Oof, this is not the hand that you want to start off with at all. Let's see what we are facing. We are facing 2 Spinarak's. That means my opponent had a pretty terrible hand as well. Let's go for the Acrobike. Can we draw into something? Oh my goodness. I'll have to discard that DCE. As painful as it is, but we need that Stadium so that we can discard some energies here and draw into some more cards. We do get an Ultra Ball. I will go for the Ultra Ball, discard this energy as well as the Lysander, and let's see, I will go for another Shaymin actually. Attach this energy to the Shaymin, put the Shaymin down and draw into 3 more cards. We don't draw into anything, we draw into another Blacksmith. This is really bad. Let's see. let's get rid of this X-Maniac, this Giovanni, and might as well get rid of another fire energy. We will have to end our turn here, so next turn I will probably put the DCE onto the Shaymin. Maybe retreat this Shaymin into this one, discard that extra fire energy for our Blacksmith, and then put a DCE on this one. And we get hit for a spring shot. Oh my goodness, we are paralyzed. That's crazy. We'll end our turn. This is a very crazy matchup, a very, very crazy match so far. Spinarak is owning our Shaymin. We also see the poisonous nest. Man, we get paralyzed once more. Jesus, are you kidding me here? Are you kidding me? We joined to another fire energy. Well, I might as well attach it, and we'll end our turn. This is really bad. And there we go, my opponent does get his Sceptile down. We'll probably retreat into the Sceptile or not. Decides to go for the string shot once more, and this time we stay awake. So this is our chance here. We will knock out this Spinarak with our Shaymin and take the first prize of the game. Yeah, I just said that. We are taking the first prize of this game. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, we get another Blacksmith, of course. Wow. What else would I have expected? 4 Blacksmiths in our hands. If we pull this off, I would be amazed. I would be amazed. But I think we'll get knocked out here by the Sceptile. But no, we don't. My opponent did not have an energy. That is amazing. We stay alive. Might as well. My opponent is so bad lucky. Yes, indeed. We are both very, very. Well, we both have very, very bad luck. I'll attach these Fighting Fury belts. Oh, what did I do? I attached the muscle band. No, I didn't want to do that. I want to attach this Fighting Fury belt. Oh well. Yeah, we will have to end our turn here again. There's no point attaching this Fighting Fury belt to the Shaymin. It would only give it 150, while my opponent would do 130 if my opponent had another energy, but it does not. It goes for another Sleep Poison and flips tails again. This is a very, very weird game, and we finally get an Entei. Finally, we get that Entei. Let's see, we will go for a Blacksmith onto the Entei for sure here, and then we will attach this Fighting Fury belt. We will retreat into the Entei actually, and I'll actually leave it at that. We'll go for a Flame Screen. Next turn we should be able to knock out the Sceptile. We did 80 to it. All that we need to do is use another Blacksmith. That's enough to knock out the Sceptile. Could have gone for a Sky Return with the Shaymin, but I think it was better to go with the Entei. My opponent scoops up. What? Why did he just do that? Maybe to put a Shaymin down. You see a Lysander going for the Shaymin. So my opponent is going to attempt to knock out the Shaymin. Get hit by a poisonous nest onto the Shaymin. Good thing I kept this energy in my hand here, so we can return the Shaymin if we wake up. That is, we do wake up, or rather we can retreat the Shaymin. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. We will retreat the Shaymin, and my opponent concedes the match. My goodness, that was crazy match. That was a crazy match. Crazy final match. But I think we were going to win, as my opponent well, as my opponent thought as well, because he conceded. Wow, that was cray. That was crazy. Anyways, that will be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a Karptastic day. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel for more deck ideas and whatnot, and I will see you next time.
Karp, 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 Karp.